everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are going to try out new brushes. So this one is from Princeton. It's their Velvet Touch line, and I got this stroke brush. It's in 1/2 inch and 1/4 inch, and I actually had learned about this from a friend. So you might know her as Jillian, and we'll put her YouTube link below. She has some really amazing videos. I'm really excited to try out this brush to paint some loose florals. Okay, we're going to use a scrap paper to just paint some strokes. Okay, I'm just going to paint some straight lines. Okay, so as you can see, when you start painting, the bristles are a little bit tapered right here. I'm not sure if it depends on the pressure that you put in your stroke. Okay, you can have some more paint, and you can probably create some thin lines. Okay, let's try to create a petal. Okay, so you can try to kind of push your brush. It feels a bit different. So the stroke brush is longer than a regular flat brush. So let me show you flat brush. So this is a flat brush, also 1/2 inch. You can see that this is longer. Okay. You can definitely create a lot of ribbon-like movement. Okay, now let's try this one. It's the smaller brush. Okay, I'm having a little bit of difficulty painting with this brush because I'm not used to a square-ish brush, but it's also very interesting because you can use this to paint some leaves. Okay. Okay, need more water. So if you have a new brush, just try to play around with like different strokes. It doesn't have to be pretty strokes. Just try to like play around to get a feel of the brush. Alright, so I think we can start painting. I'm gonna use my Balhong Artist Grade paper. This is 300 GSM. So I'm so sorry, you can probably hear a lot of construction noises. That's from a building that's being built across our condo, and it's been a little quite noisy. It's actually very frustrating, but yeah, you have to just wait it out. Alright, so for the reference photo, I'm gonna use one from this book called The Flower Recipe. So I think we can try to paint some delphiniums using this strokes brush. Let's use the color lilac first. So this is the brand Shinhan PWC. It's my go-to paint, and all the colors here are also from Shinhan PWC. Okay, so it's looking pretty good. I'm gonna grab a little bit of that violet, maybe add it towards like the tips. So I think because the bristles are long, you're sort of forced to create these like more organic shapes. As you can see, the bristles are kind of moving. And you can try to change the angle of your brush to sort of create more strokes or different strokes. I'm just gonna add one more violet here just to make it more interesting so that it doesn't look too flat, especially when you're painting simpler flowers. You do want to change the values. Okay, let me grab a little bit of green. Just drop it in the center. Okay, so this 1/4 inch actually feels lighter. Well, it's also, of course, it's smaller, but as I'm painting now, it feels lighter, and I can create, I feel like I can create beautiful strokes using this brush. But of course, you're also limited with the size. You can also only make smaller like flowers like this. Okay, let's grab sap green. Maybe add a little bit of brown to that. Okay, and just add the stem. But what's nice is that you can really create some beautiful strokes. So right now I'm kind of loving the 1/4 inch more. Okay, you can add a little bit of this indigo and just create some nice expressive strokes. So beautiful. I'm just really playing around. Alright, so I'm wondering if I can create a rose-like flower using this brush. Let's just try. Okay, it's looking good. You just need to use the corners to create these pointy tips. Add a little bit of that pink. Just gonna add some red in the center just to give that depth. Okay, so we're really just playing around. And really enjoying this brush. Now I'm gonna use the buff titanium from Daniel Smith. Going back to the 1/2 inch. We add a little bit of this lilac. Okay. I feel like with this brush, you need to add more water as well. Okay, so I feel like now I'm getting a better feel of this brush. So I think I need to just add more water to create kind of a looser stroke. So the composition is looking a little weird right now, but that's okay. It's part of how we learn and how we experiment. I'm grabbing a little bit of that indigo and tap green. Just let the colors bleed into each other. I'm just gonna add some yellow flowers. And maybe add just a pop of like small orange flowers on the other side. Okay, let's add a filler here. I'm just gonna tap my brush. I'm using a very light blue color. This is one of my favorite fillers because it's so easy to do. Okay, let me grab some more. Alright, so now we're going to add some details on these flowers. I think it'd be easier to use a smaller brush. So we're going all the way with the strokes brush. We add a little bit of this blue. Add a dark center. Right here, you can also add a second layer. Okay, let's move on to this flower. I'm not sure yet what I'm gonna do here. It's still not as dry, but I'm just gonna go ahead and paint a few strokes. Add a little bit of blue. You can create a texture by tapping your brush. Go back to that yellow. Okay. You can add just a few more like finishing touches. Okay, we can also use just a white marker and maybe add some veins. Alright, so that's it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed watching this simple demo using this brush. Definitely I had a challenging time because I'm used to round brushes. This is definitely new to me, but it was also fun to try out a new brush. I also forgot that this brush has a beveled tip, so you can use this tip to add some veins on the petals while they are still wet. If it's already dry, you won't be able to see the veins anymore, so you have to add the veins while the petals are still wet. Alright, so that's it. I hope to see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and also if you want to learn more watercolor floral classes, I have a lot of classes on Skillshare. I'm just going to put the link below. It gives you a 30-day free trial or free access to all my classes for new students. Okay, so bye!